I found this book in one of my Rubbermaids. I remember where I was sitting when I read this line, the whole 9 yards. Like I could picture myself reading this and just feeling into the energy of this. It's a book by Sabrina Jefferies called Only a Duke Will Do. It's a romance book. I love reading romance books because they're just kind of, something fun that you can just lose yourself in. And I even bookmarked it. I have had this book in a container or on my shelf in my house for 10 to 15 years because of how profound this couple sentences were. And I'd like to share them with you because I think it's a beautiful space to be in if you are able to share this with a spouse, or if you recognize yourself doing this even with other people. Like it was just such a powerful phrase. So it starts with, "Dear cousin, surely you acknowledge that a tender glance is sometimes all a body needs or wants. Once in a while, a tender glance is even more important than having one's opinion solicited by one's spouse. Your romantic-minded cousin, Charlotte." I'm going to read that again because I just want you to feel the impact of this. "Surely you acknowledge that a tender glance is sometimes all a body needs or wants. Once in a while, a tender glance is even more important than having one's opinion solicited by one's spouse, friend, whatever it is," right? I think we can all relate to those moments where we've looked across at somebody and our eyes have connected and we're both on the same page with something, right? It just, to me, I like, my whole body is quivering with the energy of this because it's not in the words. Sometimes we think that we got to speak to have ourselves be heard. But sometimes it's just in the glance. I know for myself, it brings up those romantic moments when we're in the middle of a bar or in the middle of a party, and I look across the room at my husband and he looks across the room at me, and we see each other. We see each other in that moment. But also too, it's that being out with a friend and sharing in an experience. And when you look at each other, you're both on the same page. Like, it's just such a powerful feeling. And I hope you guys are feeling the energy of that, because that's what I want to experience more and more in my day to day. And that's even in the glance of a pup, a cat, anything, a horse, like, it's a living thing.